Hi, I'm Slack, that's Tony, and this is Smog Vlog. Today we're going to be taking a look at the CFiber kit from SmokJoy.
Okay guys, welcome back. Like we said, SmokJoy kit. I'm going to call them SmokJoy, I'm going to call the company out. You want to be taken seriously, spell it right on the box. That's it. Anyway, moving on. We're going to be reviewing this. It's a single battery with tank, non-changeable, like no variable wattage. It's a pretty nifty looking little thing. Pretty nifty. Anyway, let's go up close and show you more.
Okay, let's take a look at unboxing the SmokJoy CFiber kit. Let's take a quick tour around the outside of the box. So you have this very sort of basic plain penguin book looking front here, and pretty much fuck all else. Description of the colour, and that's it. So we'll take our outer sleeve off. We're presented with a slightly more funky inner box. Quick tour around that. Let's open her up and have a look what's inside. One weird wordy thing. One battery, one tank, one pair of coils, and one inaccessible USB cable. Okay, let's have a quick look at the battery. The amazing carbon fibre in silver there, it's really trippy. Total 3D meltdown for my brain. CFiber logo there. You have your radioactive go button, which is really quite funky. Some heat fins at the top, USB charger there, watch out for the go button. Some venting at the bottom. Fairly tough resistance on the sprung loaded 510 there, but it's a good quality sort of feel to it. There's an up close of the SmokJoy logo on the bottom with the battery venting. Nice touch of quality there. Good quality around the Radac light. Okay, tank time. We'll start at the top and work down. So the metal drip tip here has adjustable airflow. A bit awkward to use on camera. You can go from having 3 holes open, and to clarify, that's on both sides. 2 holes, 1 hole, no holes, and you know, again, it's on both sides, which is pretty cool. Take that out the way. So for your day-to-day operation, you're going to be down here with the air inlet heat fins. Here you fit your coil. It comes supplied with a 0.2 ohm coil and a 0.4 ohm coil, though they look identical, so you have to read what they are. Let's just fit one of those now. Yeah, good firm fit in there. For filling it, it's very similar to the iJust 2 with the sort of holes here. However, these holes are a lot bigger, and I think you'll be able to fill it a lot quicker and a lot easier. Once you've got your coil in, obviously you'd pre-juice it, fill the tank up, and you're ready to go. And here's the completely assembled unit. It's a good size, I think the ladies would say. Just to give you an idea for scale, here's an iJust 2 and here's the CFiber. Quite a bit of difference in size there. However, for shits and giggles, while we're talking about size, here's the Tesla 25 watt Sidewinder up against this 100 watt bad boy right here. Right, that's enough of this up close voodoo. Let's juice her up and go back to the studio for a hit. So that was our up-close look at this device. I'm still in love with the carbon fibre effect. It is fancy. It's unnecessary. It is brilliant. I love it. Really good. Now, it's not a new unit. It's been about for a few months at least, but it's taken a while to make its way over here. But yeah, I'm pleased to see it. It's a nice addition to the collection.
Okay, guys, before we dive in, give you our impressions of what we thought about using it, let's knock out some tech specs for you.
So first up, it's a 100-watt battery complete with micro USB charger.
Yeah, also with the micro USB charger, it also supports pass-through charging, so you can vape while you charge.
As you saw in the up close, it comes with a 0.2 ohm and a 0.4 ohm coil. While there are no controls for the device for you to manually adjust the wattage will adjust itself based on the resistance of the atomizer you're using. So it can go from 20 watts through to 100 watts.
Okay, like we said, it's got a 3000 milliamp hour battery loaded inside that has a 40 amp output current.
And this is only for sub-ohming. The resistance supported goes from 0.1 up to 0.6.
Okay, the working voltage for the unit runs from 4.2 down to 3.3.
With the battery, tank and drip tip all hooked up, it's going to measure about 17.5 centimetres in length, so it's a fairly big boy.
The unit comes fitted with an OLED button that displays red, white and blue colours.
Yeah, so the white light's your general usage light. It will go red when you need a charge and while it's charging, but once it's fully charged, you get a nice blue light in your radioactive go button. It's got built-in temperature protection, so if your battery gets too hot, it turns the power off for you. And while it doesn't say how big the tank is, we reckon it's just over 3 mils.
Okay, here we are with first impressions for how we found using it. My first general impression is that the button isn't protruding enough for me. I've been holding it while using a computer, not paying attention, and I've lost the fucking button. I'm pushing and nothing's happening, and that really pisses me off more than it probably should. You?
Yeah, I really like the button. You know, the awesome radioactive sign. You know, more people should be making funky buttons like that. I don't like buttons that stick out too much. I agree with Tony from the point of view that it's harder to find, but again, the opposite of that is that you're less likely to set it off on your steering wheel or whatever you're doing, you know. So, yeah.
Horses for courses. I can only say that more than a few times it happened to me that I was using it and I just fucking lost the button, and I've got to break from what I'm looking at and then look at the device and find out where the fucking button is to, you know, get a hit off of it.
Then again, is your incompetence CFiber's fault?
Yes. Okay. Next up for me is the finish of the device itself. The bottom of it is so sharp. The edges feel sharp, but putting your finger across them, I mean, it's not going to sort of like cut you open or anything, but it just feels unfinished. But there is a roughness on the bottom of it as well. It feels like sandpaper, and around the USB charge point as well, just feels a bit raggedy.
Yeah, see, again, for the finish, I quite like the finish because they're bits that, you know, you're not going to really be touching. I've not had a problem with that, and the finish to me just looks amazing. It's really cool. So I suppose looks wise, and I haven't had the problem.
He hasn't had the problem. I have. Maybe it's because I'm a fiddler. I don't know.
I do. Definitely a fiddler.
Okay, next up, while we're talking about the USB charger and the roughness around it, is actually the USB port inside it. It is a fucking nightmare trying to get USB inside it because the USB is actually offset from the hole they've drilled in the metal casing.
Yeah, I noticed this as well. So it works perfectly once you've got the knack. You have to put it in at an angle and down like that. You can't just put it straight in. Once you know, it's fine, and it's probably just a bit of a shonky unit, yeah. But you know, it could have been better. It definitely lets the unit down a bit there.
Slack.
Okay, so I mean, aside from the real flashy sort of appearance of the unit, I love the built-in airflow on it. I think that's brilliant. You can adjust the airflow to the coil and the airflow to the actual drip tip itself. So yeah, you can tailor it how you want. It's got so many built-in heat fins. It's just brilliant. You know, I really like that. The air system in this is really, really good. iJust 2 was massively let down by a lack of built-in airflow, and they've implemented this perfectly. It's brilliant. So I love the ease of the bottom fill device. They're nice big open holes, again similar to the iJust 2 sort of layout, but much bigger, a lot easier to fill than the iJust 2. So yeah, absolutely loving that. Tony, you got anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with that. I hated the fill structure on this as much as I hate the fill structure on the iJust 2. They just don't seem to work well together. I mean, don't get me wrong, it doesn't go everywhere, but you definitely don't feel happy about using it. I've used glass pipettes on it. I've used the EU soft plastic dripper styles. I've used the needles is the easiest, but you just don't feel happy having sort of like the tank at an angle and then having to try and fill it and jam it in there, and just you're praying, hoping that it is not going down the middle tube and all gushing into your hand.
Yeah, so I didn't really have that problem with it.
I didn't have the problem, but I felt like it was going to happen at any moment. Okay, another pro point for the CFiber 100w is the 3000 mAh battery. With moderate vaping over quite a few day period, I did testing on it. I got probably just about 2 days worth of vaping out of it.
Yeah, so when I was testing it, I was using it hard. I used it as the only device I was using. I was only getting a day out of it, and that was a day where I was at work, so I wasn't like vaping all day long. So I didn't find the battery that great, but it's very good. It is very good. So now I guess the all important bit is, how did you find the vaping performance?
Yeah, not as impressed as I thought I would be. I was obviously comparing this directly with the iJust 2, and I felt that I got more vapour out of the iJust 2 tank.
Yeah, I find this, I don't know, the vapour, the flavour's good, the hit's good, but this is so juice hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, it is good flavour and vapour, but I was just chewing through juice, like having to fill up like 3 times at work, and so I was just like, shit, I've got a problem here. Gonna run out of juice today. So
don't get us wrong, it's not as bad as sort of like TFV4 sort of territory where you're having to rejuice every half hour or so.
No, I honestly found it that bad.
Really?
Yeah, when I was hitting it. I mean, I do not so much now because we're on camera. I'm trying to talk and not just fill the room with clouds. But when I go out for a vape break at work, I hit it fairly hard, and I could literally watch it go down, just like with the TFV4.
Ah.
Yeah. But that said, yeah, it's a lovely little device. Well, it's not that little, I suppose, but it is a lovely device. I love using it. I love the simplicity of it. I love the full control you get with the airflow. I think the only thing that would have made this better for me is having some sort of manual variable wattage, variable voltage on there, so you could control the power yourself.
Okay, now on to the details that everyone wants to know. Slack, how much did you pay? Where'd you get it from?
So I paid about 45 quid from a company called EasySig. Again, you get multiple colours, but everywhere in the world has sold out of the black standard carbon fibre one. I think the silver looks really sexy. I think it's a nice touch, but horses for courses. So, okay, so that about concludes our review of the CFiber kit from SmokJoy.
Thanks for watching, guys. Again, if you like what we're doing, please drop us a comment, like, subscribe. If you don't like what we're doing, tell us what we're doing wrong so we can do it better for you next time. That's what we're here for. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and the whole Instagram thing, because we do that shit.
We do. And if you've got any comments about the device itself, hit us up in the comments section below.
Yeah. Anyway, that about wraps it up from us. So, thanks for watching Smog Vlog.
Hi, I'm fucking cockbag.
Hi!
Hi. It's not even that. It's like it's close to it.
Oh.
Hi.
Mimes of the world, unite.
Do you want to make some lightsaber sounds?
Caw, caw.
Oh fuck, he's handling a chicken.
Hi. Hi. What the fuck? Ah! Hi, I'm Stag. Fuck's sake.
And welcome back. Right, like we said.
What? Jesus.
It's that thing where you drop and then it just like looks like you go, no, you fucked this up. No, you've done this. No, you've done it.
Jesus Christ, that one had legs.
Boom, that's a wrap.
Oh, we forgot to record.